All right, welcome back to the Sooner Surge, and it is now official. Kelly Maxwell is a Sooner. Welcome to the OU softball family, Kelly Maxwell. Before we get started with this video, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for all the ones that have subscribed in the last 24 hours. Keep it coming, guys. We're gaining subscribers really well, so keep it coming. Also, turn on your notifications so you can be notified when we release these videos. But, guys, it's official. Kelly Maxwell's a Sooner. I cannot believe it because I did not think they would get another pitcher. I think last month when we were talking about the portal, we kind of all thought they were done with pitchers, but here we are going 6 deep in the pitching rotation, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I just think it's something that kind of is a shock, as you said, Jason. You did not expect it. I did not expect it. I doubt Braden expected Oklahoma to get a sixth pitcher.
Well, let's clarify something though, Jackson. I think we all expected it last night when the Boomer tweet came out.
Yeah.
But leading up to that, I don't think anybody thought they were going to get another pitcher.
Mm-hmm. Well, shout out to Greg on our last video because he had a great point about it. He said actually he thinks it makes perfect sense with Oklahoma this year having these three experienced pitchers that they can go to, all fifth or sixth year seniors, I believe. So it's just that they have May, Keeney, and Maxwell. As we said last night, I believe I said this, they have these three experienced ones that they can ride, while they have these three younger ones in Guerin, Deal, and Monticelli that they can kind of sit another year to groom. And instead of Oklahoma this next year having to go out into the portal and getting another pitcher or two, which they may not want to do, with them signing such back-to-back good-sized recruiting classes, they have three that they can just have ready to play and step into that role.
Braden, what do you think, Maxwell?
I was kind of thinking that actually.
Yeah, what do you think? You think she's going to get a lot of hate on from everybody, especially the OSU fans, right?
From the OSU fans, yeah, but the Sooner fans will love it.
Oh, of course they did. We saw it in football with Trace Ford jumping ship from OSU over to OU. Now in softball. But I have a question for our viewers and for y'all, and I'd love your comments. But is Patty Gasso, is what she's doing, getting another pitcher going 6 deep, do you think she's getting ready to change the softball game a little bit? And what I mean by this, we've seen it in baseball. I know it's different, but where they would bring a pitcher in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, 1 inning apiece. Are we going to see next year maybe a starting pitcher go 2 or 3 innings, and then they just bring in 2 or 3 different pitchers to close it out, just so you go through the batting order once, and then they don't face the same batter? I mean, the pitchers, it's a new pitcher every time around the batting order. Do you think that's a thought at all, or what?
Yeah, it could be, Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very difficult. I would bet if you looked up stats on good pitchers in softball and looked at their stats and looked to see how many runs they allow or their earned run average on the first time around the batting order, I bet it's pretty low. I bet most of the damage is done second or third time through. So now with this many arms, you have that flexibility where you can, if you want to throw May 3 innings, then you want to bring another pitcher in the 4th, another one pitcher in the 5th, another. I mean, she has so many weapons now with 6 pitchers on that rotation that I don't know how she's going to handle it all. But OU's got the best pitching coach in America. It's not even close. And what she did with Storako last year, Maxwell's gonna improve even more. So is Monticelli, so is Keeney, so is May, Guerin, Deal, all of them. Mm-hmm. But I agree. I think it's going to be May, Maxwell, and probably Keeney, your top 3. And then you have Monticelli, Deal, and Guerin there. We'll see how they handle all that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And as you were saying earlier, just another thing that I want to say is how will the Oklahoma State fan base handle this specifically? Because as you know, there's going to be, obviously, I expect probably a lot of backlash from Oklahoma State fans for Kelly Maxwell, because we saw it with Trace Ford. The amount of hate Trace Ford got for several days on Twitter was just absolutely ridiculous. The first thing is, it is this athlete's decision, first and foremost, for what they want to do. Oklahoma fans did not treat Jordy Ball with disrespect, nor did they treat Aaron Weber, who transferred to Oklahoma State from the OU baseball program. So it's going to be interesting, as you said, Jason, to see the kind of backlash, not only she gets from Oklahoma State fans, but from national media too. Because no one wants to see Oklahoma win anymore. We all heard the comments at the beginning of last year where people were saying OU isn't going to be Oklahoma. They're going to fall off, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to be the big bad Oklahoma. They will probably say that again this year. But the truth of the matter is people don't want to see Oklahoma win anymore. But as I believe you said, Jason, last night, that you do not care as an Oklahoma fan because we know what we're getting with Patty Gasso and a national championship contender. And not in Oklahoma, they don't win the wrong way when they bring in these players, okay?
No.
They don't go out there. We're not hearing about OU paying these players hundreds of thousands of dollars to play college softball.
So Jackson,
They want to come play.
Well, on that note, though, on that note, I'm sure NIL plays a part in OU
Yes.
softball, just
Yeah.
as it does all these women's sports. As it's growing, there's going to be some NIL packages in there. I'm not saying they're paying players to get them to come from the portal, but obviously OU has a good NIL package all around their sports. I think it's a great thing. That's what NIL is for, guys. It's going to keep growing. You got to have that to compete. You got to have NIL in place for these athletes. But to me, it's not that. It's more the fact that the rules are the rules, and there's nothing. She's not breaking a rule to transfer to OU. And you know what? More power to whoever wants to transfer, even out of OU. If somebody wants to leave OU and go to Texas, hey, if they think it's going to better their career, or they think I want to win a national championship, for example, OU basketball, right? Let's just talk about that for a minute. If OU basketball had somebody leave and go to, I don't know, Kansas, are we going to, or OSU even, if OSU was playing really well, I mean, we're not going to bash a person for trying to better themselves and maybe maybe Maxwell wants to win a national title, guys.
Yep.
I mean, she's done all she can do at OSU. Am I right? If I ask many people in the nation, not just OU fans, is OSU ever going to beat OU for a national title in softball in the next 1 or 2, 3 years? It's not happening.
Nope.
So I don't fault her at all. I wish her the best. I think it's going to be great for her, and I think she's going to have an outstanding season, guys.
Yep, I agree. Oh, go ahead, Braden. Go ahead.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Who's your top 3 pitchers?
Well, I would go with the 3 veterans: Maxwell, Carly Keeney, and Nicole May. But I don't think Kirsten Deal's far behind.
More importantly,
hey, here's mine: Nicole May, Maxwell, Deal.
All
right. Hey, Braden, I got a question for y'all and for the viewers. I'd love to see this in the comments too.
Okay.
If you had to pick your starting right now for if you had to pick your number 1 starter, are you going May or Maxwell?
I want to go Maxwell.
Really?
I mean, that's just me. I mean, the viewers may think I'm stupid.
You're stupid, Braden. No, I'm just
You want to know what?
Hey.
I actually agree that Kelly Maxwell will be the opening day starter.
I'm going to go with May. I think May had a really good year, and I think May's even going to be better next year. And I think May's the best pitcher on the team.
Well, I don't think that people realize just how good Kelly Maxwell was at Oklahoma State, because she has a career ERA of 1.58.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's just insane.
Does anybody know? I'm trying to remember. So you got Maxwell a lefty. You got lefty with a Deal. I think is Keeney a lefty? Jackson, I don't know if you could look it up real quick, but AJ Guerin, I think they have 3 or 4 lefties on the staff now, guys.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could look it up.
Jay.
Yeah.
What's Maxwell's? I mean, what does she throw? Curveball or change?
You know, I didn't watch a whole lot of her last year because I was focused on OU. But she's got all of it. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, and I just feel like too, with how this staff has evolved this offseason from May, Deal, and Guerin to Monticelli, Keeney, and now Maxwell, it just shows the amount of players that are not only talented, but the amount of different variety that Oklahoma wants to bring in. Because
Now,
Oklahoma, for example, last year, Storako, Jordy Ball, and Nicole May were all three completely different pitchers.
yeah.
Hey,
There was no two that are the same, and I see a lot with this staff. Out of all six of them, they all bring you a different variety of whether that's pitches, velocities, mindset. They all have their own strengths and weaknesses, but in the end, they all are going to be able to correlate well with each other and push the best out of each other.
Yeah, and hey, Garen's a lefty, and Keeney's a righty. So I think they got 3-3 maybe now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
Now, guys,
Yeah.
who would be the closer?
I don't know if they're going to do it like that. I mean, I would at this point if they did have a actual, like if you're talking about like they do in baseball and there's an actual closer, I could see something like Deal doing that. But I don't know if they're going to do that. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, they did it this last year with three pitchers pretty much, and they used three almost all the time. Deal got some innings, but it was mainly a three woman rotation. And so I wonder how they're going to do it this year with that many. But I kind of agree with what Greg said. Maybe the youngsters won't play. They'll play and they'll get innings, but they won't be relied on to be like a ton of innings. So we'll see.
And this is also another thing that upsets me right now with the transfer portal and college sports is that where these players are going is constantly getting leaked early. Like, come on, let the player announce. That frustrates me. I know we saw some multiple sources that leaked that Kelly Maxwell was coming to Oklahoma before she has even announced or said anything.
I agree. Let the athlete announce it. Let the athlete announce it first. You can have rumors all you want, but if you're going to put it out there to say that this person has transferred, then you got to let the athlete announce first. I agree.
Yep.
Hey, exciting times, guys. I'm ready for softball season at Love Field. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. Please. Really appreciate it. Love all the comments. Really do. Even the ones that are negative. Hey, if you don't like what we're saying, tell us. We take it. We read all of them. So appreciate it. Thanks for watching.